Hello guys, what's up? It's Dee over here, and I want to wish you welcome to my virtual magical space. As always, I'm very happy to have you here. I'm very excited and grateful for every single one of you. So thank you so much for watching this video, for commenting on my posts, for subscribing to my channel, all that jazz, Today's reading. Okay, let me take a deep breath because I feel like I need it. Good. So, today's reading is going to be about your past lives. We are going to take a deep dive into your past lives or life, depending on what it shows. But I have a feeling that we are going to pretty much dig deep into one of your past lives and see how much does that life or lives affect you. We are going to see what are the similarities with your current life, what are the lessons that you need to learn maybe, what are maybe some interesting things from the past or future that may arise in that reading. As you all know, or maybe you don't, it's like I'm only going to share my beliefs, and it's only up to you to take what resonates with those beliefs and what not, right? So I believe in the existence of many past lives, but it's about us and it's about our evolution. It's about the evolution of our lives that connects us with some lives and not others, right? So depending on where you are right now on your maybe awareness path, spiritual awakening path, or simply just your personal development path, you may, let's say, connect with a certain type of past life or a different type of past life, of course. So without further ado, we are going to start with the pile presentation, number 1, number 2, and number 3. I'm going to give you a moment for you to pick the pile or piles that you resonate with the most, and then we are going to get started. Okay. Good. Now that you chose, we are going to start with the first pile, number 1. Let's see number 1. What is the life you need to know from your past? Your past life, number 1. We have 3 cards so far. Wow, Wheel of Fortune wanted to come out right away. Interesting. Let's see. We are going to create a little bit of feng shui for our cards over here. Three of Cups, the Empress, 7 of Swords. Interesting. Give me a moment. We have another card who wanted to come out, 9 of Swords. And the Moon in reverse. Okay. And we are going to draw an oracle card for you, number 1. Let's see. We have here message in the bottle. Interesting. We're going to leave this for the end. So what do we have here for you? I'm sensing here your love life was very complicated, number one. I feel that this reading is very old. It has to do with the period of kings and queens. I'm seeing you being part of a good family. It's like you were part of a family that was very close to the king or queen, or who had like a very important qualification around the kingdom, or in your, let's say, nobility. And I don't know much about you, number one, but I can feel that you have a career, that it's about your vocation, that feels like a calling. You may be a doctor, an architect, a lawyer. And this is because your family in the past had something to do with them being important to the queen, because they had a very important role to uphold back then. They could have been the king's advisors, is what I'm feeling. And you always had good family and friends you can count on. You could have counted on with the Three of Cups over here, and with the Wheel of Fortune upright. And I just had so many, what's the word, emotions coming out, because I feel here that your life and your family's life was quite an adventure. And I feel here you are very connected with your family and with what happened back then. I feel that your reputation was a very important thing. Even if you hated that, it was how the society was functioning. And with the Seven of Swords upright, it's like in the first part of your life, you went through something that pretty much upset your family very much. It could have had something to do with like an embarrassment of some sorts. And because of that, you had to try very hard to change that throughout your life. And with the Nine of Swords in reverse, it's like you had to struggle so much in your life, but somehow you managed to find a way to be on top with the Empress over here. It's like you managed to find a way to make your femininity very important, and to, it's like, be the queen you never had. I'm sensing here that you felt betrayed by the noble people that were close to you, and also maybe by the queen itself. And somehow you tried to just be the example that you never had. And with the Wheel of Fortune, I feel this was in your favor. So I think it's a good chance for you to have married with someone who was very important. This could be like a duke or someone with a noble range, a noble title, excuse me. In my language, range is very close to the word title. So I feel here you either married with someone good who made you feel like a queen, or you just married to a prince who made you his princess. And with the moon in reverse, it's like your life was so full of secrets, of intrigues, of pretty much all sorts of gossips. So you are definitely someone of high stature. And it's like, I feel maybe this is why in real life right now you are so good at maybe just knowing how to handle society. I feel you have this innate skill of knowing how to handle people, how to shine in a group, how to be yourself in a group, how to make friends. And this is because you have this social skill in your blood, number one. And this is because you learned this from your life where you were very, very in touch with social norms, social rules. So this is not something new for you. Because with the Seven of Swords here, it's like you had to learn your lesson very young of what does it mean to not be liked by society. And because of that, you learned in the future how to deal with society and how to be on top on every situation possible. And I just feel I need to take another breath, number one, because it's like your life was so complicated, and I feel it was complicated because of the people who were part of your life. Your life was just made of parties, interesting, complicated discussions, intrigues, all sorts of plots, all sorts of money situations that right now just seem out of hand or out of imagination, because it's like those situations are so involve so much money, such large sums of money, and some of the people you talked to or you interacted with were so arrogant, so snob, so just out of reality, you know? And I feel here that you were very down to earth, and you pretty much took everything in, and you just had a big heart, and you were very disappointed by some people in your society, and right now you just learned your lesson. So yeah, it's like your life, your past life, when you were a noble woman, I feel you had to deal with so many secrets being unraveled to you, and your life was a continuous motion of secrets being unraveled, of learning who someone is in the last moment. I feel everything was like a plot twist. Everything was a scheme. Everything was not what it seemed to be. And this is because society had too much rules for a human being to handle. Society was too complicated and not as simple as we see it right now. Let's see your message. Your message, a message in the bottle. You definitely need to learn some things from your past life. Number one, this message is as explanatory as it seems, and I feel you may have some questions about your life and about yourself that you haven't fully gotten an answer to them, which may be something like, why do I care about people's opinion that much? Or why do I shape myself in accordance to others that much? Or how can I make it into this society? How can I handle people? How can I interact with them on a daily basis and not feel like I'm just suffocated sometimes because I just feel that I don't resonate with them and I just feel that I don't belong to certain groups somewhere. And your message here is to pretty much relax and accept the unpredictable. Yeah, this is what I feel this reading is all about. Number one, accepting the unpredictable with the moon in reverse and the 9 of swords in reverse. You just have to accept that life will be as it was in the past for you, an adventure. And even if you will have some people you can rely on with the 3 of swords, I feel here in the past was your family, and in your life right now is your soul family. So even if you have some people you can rely on, you cannot expect to pretty much encounter people and not be surprised by them and not be taken aback by some of the things that they do to you, you know. So I feel here it's about you learning who to trust and who not to trust, and you understanding that sometimes people are shaped by society much more than you are, even if it's something maybe hard to digest sometimes, because I feel here that you learned your lessons about how to be in society, how to act and still be yourself. So you didn't lose yourself in society. And sometimes you think and you expect and you believe that others will do the same. Well, the thing is, others won't necessarily do the same. And that's okay, right? Because through your example, other people can rise and other people can understand this, right? And right now, I feel that the more that you just let go of the things that are not controllable, the more you will pretty much learn your lesson of understanding that you just have to go with the flow, and that you're a very lucky person because you understood how society works, and because you learned your lesson so well, you are so much capable of inspiring others, number one. And this is not something easy, you know, this lesson that you learned. It's not something easy, it's not something easy to learn, right? Because I feel here it took you a lifetime to pretty much, what's the word for it? To just connect all the dots of everything that happened in your life. And you finally did it, you know? You finally did it. And you have such a big power right now to navigate, I feel like saying navigate society and just be flexible and adaptable in today's society. And this makes you like a person who just knows how to connect with people who, let's say that you just know how to make connections for yourself, number one. You know how to connect with, let's say, people who meet your needs, your friends. You know how to connect with your colleagues, with some colleagues that you want to connect with. You just have this innate social skill, number one. And this is because here it's about connecting, let's say, your inside energies, for example, water and air, right? Like in this picture, you know how to communicate emotions with communication. You know how to connect your I feel like saying your sensitivity, your vulnerability with your words and with others. Like, you know how to present yourself, you know how to pretty much tell them about yourself, but not tell everything about yourself, which is great. I mean, this is a great social skill, and yeah, this is pretty much a lot, you know? You have a lot of talents and skills that you acquired as a result of this life. So yeah, this is what I have for you, number one. Thank you so much for trusting me to do this reading for you. I'm sending out many, many sparks your way. And tell me more about who you are in the comments. I'd be more than interested to know. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a like, comment, and a subscribe to this channel. I'll see you in my next video. Let's see, number two. Who you were in a past life. We have here one card already. Another card for you. I'm sensing here you were a quiet person. Let's see. Okay, this card wanted to come out already. We have here the High Priestess in reverse. Wow. Give me a moment, guys. The Star in reverse. Five of Cups in reverse. That in reverse, okay. We have here the Lovers upright, wow. Give me a moment. Wow, this is so powerful. Wow. So I feel here, number two, that it's like you got married very soon, with the Lovers over here. And your financial situation changed very rapidly, very quickly, with the Two of Coins here. And you just entered into a new world, into a new society. And it's hard for me to say when was this exactly, you know, because I'm sensing here it was in the past. It's just I don't see any aristocracy around you. I'm just seeing good families, you know. I'm not seeing a kingdom anymore like I did in reading number 1. I'm seeing here that you lived close to nature somewhere where it was very quiet, very peaceful. And I'm sensing somewhere where it was very, very warm. And it's like you were introduced to a new society, to a new world. And I feel here that you loved your husband very, very much. And I'm sensing here that you had a hard deception in love because of your husband's untimely death, and because of the fact that you just loved your husband so much. And I feel here this was the tragedy of your life. And this was so, so sad for you and for your whole family, but especially for you. With the High Priestess in reverse here, I'm sensing that you're a very intuitive person. And I'm sensing here that even if your husband died, you found a way to connect with him. And just look at this woman over here, looking at something like she's very lost, like she's just grieving, like she's just absent, you know? I'm sensing here that you somehow connect with this energy, number 2, and you just mourned your husband so much. And I feel here that you found a way to communicate with your husband even if he was gone. So you had and you still have some telepathic abilities. I feel here you have an extraordinary intuition, and part of you doesn't fully accept your intuition, and you didn't fully accepted your intuition in the past. And with the High Priestess in reverse here, I'm sensing you had an out-of-the-world connection with your husband, and that connection, that communication between you two was maintained even if he was long gone. And this is something that pretty much, I mean, in one way you were happy because of it, and in another way you were scared and lost and confused. And I'm seeing here that because people weren't so open about these type of things, you were pretty much excluded from society, or you just decided to withdraw and not participate in all other activities that involved connecting with people and being open and friendly with other women, maybe. Yeah, this is so sad. I'm feeling here you lived such a heavy life, number 2. Yeah, it's whew. And you were just so lost and confused, and you spent so much time inside your house. It's what I'm feeling. So it's like your life was a novel, you know? And you tried to explain this to others, but they didn't understand. This is what I'm feeling. And with the star here, it's like he helped you throughout your life to make decisions that were very important for you. And because of this connection, with you, with him, sorry, you were able to just make important life decisions in a way that was very much in resonance with you. But you couldn't explain to other people how this connection helped you that much, you know? You couldn't explain how much joy you had by connecting with him. And I'm sensing here you definitely have a talent of connecting with people who passed away. And you definitely have your communication pathways much more open than others when it comes to talking with people who are no longer among us. You may have strong dreams. You could be a water sign. You could have strong water placements. And yeah, it's like you're a natural empath. You're a natural... I feel here like saying psychic, but it's more your ability to pretty much connect with people's minds, with the minds that you resonate with. Let's see your oracle card, number 2. Let's see, what are you meant to learn from this life? Wow. I feel here you lived such a melancholic, excuse my pronunciation, guys. Your life was a big nostalgia, so to speak. Truth be told, wow. It's like you are so close yet so far away from your dream life. Because I feel here with this 2 of coins that even if your first husband died, you will and you have remarried with someone who was wealthier than your first husband, and you pretty much lived your life like from the outside you seemed very content, but when someone interacted with you much more closely, you had this nostalgic vibration, and you had this... it's like people could see that you were living in the past, you know? And your lesson now is to pretty much expand your awareness and accept multiple truths, you know? Accept that you have strong connections with people, yet love yourself enough to live in the present moment, you know? Because the biggest gift that you can do to someone else is to be the highest version of yourself. So don't be afraid to put yourself first sometimes. Don't be afraid to evolve, you know, because this is what the universe wants for you. In your life, in your past life, you lived in the past, number 2. You strengthened your connection with the past so much. You strengthened your psychic abilities so much. And right now, It's your time to live in the present moment. You don't have to be afraid of disconnecting with the people that you love, because you have this innate ability of communicating with them naturally already, right? So you just have to be open, ground yourself, and just live in the present moment. Bring all of your attention and awareness in the present moment. You have all the wisdom that you need to get everything you want in this life. So you don't have to put on a mask anymore. You will be accepted for who you are. You will be accepted for your talents, for your abilities, for your hard work. You just need to let yourself be open. Because I feel here in the past, I'm sensing here that you had to put on a mask. And your husband, your rich husband, provided you just the right means for you to do so. But this life is going to be different for sorry guys, it's like the truth doesn't even want to come out. I feel here part of you is afraid to let go of this mask. So I feel here your life here will be different. You have to be brave enough to be yourself at your true intensity. You have to be brave enough to let go of this mask, of this shiny, luxurious mask that you are used to, right? You have to be bold enough to be your raw self, number 2. Yeah. Just let yourself transform. Let yourself evolve. I'm sensing here strong Scorpio energy. I'm also sensing here some strong Earth placements. So yeah, let yourself be carried by the universe. And in you doing so, you will attract the type of love that you deserve. And you will attract someone who will be there for you. But as far as you keep letting other things to interfere with your true self, you won't be able to fully live in the present moment. And because of that, because of your, I feel like saying absence, I'm sensing some sort of absence. It's like part of you is not even here, right? Bring that part back in the present moment. Work on that courage, number 2, because you definitely have it. You definitely have this in yourself. Bring that to the present moment. And as soon as you do this, you will notice that actually you will be surprised to see how many people will accept you for who you really are. You will be surprised by how actually you have friends who want to be there for you, and you have friends who care for you, and you are just surrounded by love, number 2. You just have to be brave enough to see that love and to open yourself much more, you know? You have to put yourself out there on the table. This is the message for you. Thank you so much, number 2, for trusting me to do this reading for you. I'm sending out many, many sparks your way. Excuse me. And hey, I'd be more than interested to know anything about you. So if you feel like sharing anything, I'll be reading the comments. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a like, comment, and a subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you in my next video. Let's see, number 3. Let's see, your past life. We have one card already coming out. We have Queen of Coins. We have Nine of Wands in reverse. Five of Wands upright. Justice upright. Okay, interesting. And we have the Page of Swords upright. So what I'm sensing for you here, number 3, is the fact that you were a cop, or you were a detective, or you were someone who pretty much interacted very, very much with the bad guys. You were out there. And I'm sensing here 2 important past lives for you. It's like in one life you were someone who was very close to the king or to the nobility itself, and you had to help them make peace and maintain the order in the kingdom. You could have been a musketeer. Is what I'm feeling. And in another life, I'm sensing you were someone who was like a detective, and you helped the poor very, very much, and you interacted with a lot of villains, a lot of not so fortunate people when it comes to money. And with the Justice upright, it's like you definitely caught some bad guys throughout your life. And I'm sensing here for some of you, this started with, at first, you being the villain and you doing bad things, and then because you were caught, you had to work for the police, and then this triggered a change inside yourself. It's like a spark within you appeared, and you decided that you wanted to be a good person and you wanted to do good in this world. And with this card over here, 7 of Pentacles, you learned to appreciate what you have, and you learned to stop doing misdemeanors and all these, let's say, small things that were pretty much breaking the law. And you just decided that you will just use your vigilante spirit to catch the bad guys. With the Page of Swords here, I feel that you had a sharp mind. You are very, very smart, and you just know how to create plans, how to pretty much create all types of traps to catch the people that you wanted to catch. And I'm sensing here that in the first period of your life, you were a thief. And after that, you decided that you wanted to do good. and you wanted to support justice and the justice system. And I'm sensing here that your whole life was an adventure, and you lived your life at the limits. With the Nine of Swords here, it's like you were so close of losing your life so many times that you pretty much developed, I feel like saying, a bravery in front of that. So it's like you're the type of person, number 3, who is not so easily scared, you know? You're just like, whatever. What's the next challenge? You could be a fire sign, you could be an Aries, it's what I'm feeling. Either way, you're just someone who likes adventure. You could be enjoying traveling, it's what I feel like saying. And with this Five of Wands here, you had to maybe even disguise sometimes to catch the guys that you wanted to catch, right? You had to play in certain roles, you had to pretend to be someone that you're not, but it was all in the name of good eventually. So yeah, I feel like you just have a strong sense for justice, and you just cannot stand when someone is in pain, when someone is hurt, when someone just is treated unfairly, right? I feel like you managed to find a way to make the bad people pay by them giving back the money that they stole. And I feel like you also donated a lot to people who didn't have a house, people who were jobless, kids without parents. You did a lot of good in your past, number 3. It's like you just could have had a lot of money, but you just didn't care about the money. You cared about change. You cared about just being there for people. But it's crazy because of your hectic life, you didn't necessarily manage to be there and enjoy the people in your life, because you were just living on the edge all the time, and you were just so stressed. I feel that you were just so stressed and maybe a little bit worried, because you knew that someone was out there to get you all the time. Wow. Let's see your oracle card, number 3. You did so much good, and you changed so much. You evolved very much. And I feel here that your life resembles an Agatha Christie novel, maybe, or an Alexandre Dumas novel or book. Wow. You were always on the move, always on the run. You just loved adventure more than ever. Let's see, because your oracle card doesn't want to come up. Okay, we have here, by the book. Wow. Nice. So, you accepted, even if in the beginning you were a rebel and you didn't accept rules, you didn't accept law, eventually you accepted that there was a hierarchy in society that is very important. so that the world can function. So you started small, and then you grew big, and then bigger, and then finally you somehow just created a system that worked for you, a system that you believed in. And somehow your challenge, I feel, in this life is to learn how to live by the book. Learn how to create your own system like you did in the past that helped you. So even if the stretch is very, very big for you, number 3, because I'm sensing here that you definitely had to change very much, you know. You had to, I'm sensing here that you started this this life as someone who stole because you had to do this. You were in need of money with this king of coins in reverse here. You were in need of money. You just had to provide for yourself from an early age, right? And because of that, it was very hard for you to also develop some other principles right away. But in time, you understood what was good for you. You pretty much developed your values strong enough that they resonated with your inner being. And you pretty much created a value system that works for you. So in this life, your challenge is the same. Find a way to adapt to society in a way that is functional for you, and in a way where you actually enjoy what you are doing, and you actually enjoy helping others, being there for them. But for you, I feel here, the trick is to also find a way to don't sacrifice yourself completely, or find a way to take care of your health, number 3, because I feel here that you're just always ready to give up everything for others. And this is not something that will work in the long term. Find a way to appreciate what you have. I feel here the word for you is balance. You could also be an air sign, a Libra. And of course, this because this sign is something that will help you balance all these heavy energies that you have. And if you're not a Libra, I'm sensing here that Libra energy is definitely something that would help you, because you just have so many opposite energies that may feel hard for you to embody. But with this by the book card here, it's good to know where to start, and it's good to know how to adapt to that system, you know, how to start doing that. And I feel for you, it has to start with looking up for mentors, looking up for people that you admire, people that can help you, and then see what type of principles resonate with you. What do you want to keep from your old principles, and what do you want to change, right? And in time, just build your own value system, your own principles that just work for you. And in this way, you will manage to find a balance between what you have, what you want to give right away, and just be in the present moment and enjoy what you have. I also feel here that in this way, in time also, you will manage to find time for yourself while also enjoying life and enjoying the adventures that life has to offer to you. Wow. And also, I'm feeling here that For you, it's very important to have a job that requires a lot of thinking, a job that is like a challenge for you. So yeah, definitely find a job like that. Don't be afraid to seek for adventure in your life. Seek for adventure and find the resources that you need. I'm sensing here that you have, because of your past life where you just had to provide for yourself. You had to, let's say, make the best with the little things that you had, right? Because of that, you just know how to be a resourceful person in this life. And you just know how to survive even if around you is just a land full of nothing. Even if around you is just a desert, you just know how to celebrate. You just know how to pretty much go on and move forward with your life. And this is something you need to be focusing on in this life. Just focus on alchemy. Focus on how can you transform yourself. Because you just did such a powerful transformation in your past life, number 3. It's like in lives, but I feel here it was mostly in the life where you were a detective. And in that life, it's like you just changed so much, you know? You changed so many groups of friends, of people. You were pretty much unrecognizable by the end of your life. And I'm sensing that part of you still has some resistance to change. Part of you is still reluctant to, how will I adapt if something is changing in my life? But I'm here to tell you that you will just thrive. You just love transformations better than you think. Number 3. You just love adventure. You just love to be in the movement, on the run. You just love to try new things. And it's like you're just ready for a new adventure. And I'm very, very happy for you, because it's like part of your life experience to try new things and to experience something that is bringing out the best in you, and that's bringing out this enthusiasm of living life, which I feel that you have, which is great. And I feel it's part of your life purpose to balance things and to, let me think. I feel it's part of your life purpose to bring justice to people. This is something that hasn't changed from that detective past life that I'm connecting with right now. It's like you just have this innate energy that connects people with something that will bring them justice. So yeah, this is a strong energy of helping others and helping others with any means, through any means. This could also be with a good strategy, with a good plan, with just something that will make them much more balanced, respecting a societal rule of some sorts, with by the book. So yeah, this is what I feel your advices are, number 3. I'm sensing here someone who's just very eager to just start putting this into practice, of course, the things that resonate with you. So I'll just let you do this, and I'll just thank you for trusting me with this reading, of course, and I'll just send you many, many sparks your way. And tell me who you are in the comments. I'd be more than interested to know. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a like, comment, and to subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you in my next video.